Very good morning, students. For this lecturing video session, I am going to solve a problem from projections of straight lines. Right? Let me just read out the question first and try to extract as much as information as possible. So, what did I tell you in the previous videos of projection of straight lines? We need to have minimum 5 inputs so that we can complete the projections. Right? Let me just read out the question. A line measuring 80 mm has one of its end 60 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. The other end is 15 mm above HP and in front of VP. The front view length is 60 mm. Draw its projections. Right? The given data. A line measuring 80 mm. That means it's nothing but the true length of the object. Here they not specified line AB or line PQ or line LM. So since is not specified, so let me just assume this as AB. AB equal to 80 mm. One of its ends 60 mm above HP and 20 mm in front of VP. That means one locus has been given. That is A. The locus A is 60 mm above. 60 mm above HP and 20 mm in front. 20 mm in front of VP. And the other end, what is the other end? The other end is B, which is 15 mm above HP. The other locus, which is B, 15 mm above HP and in front of VP. So dimension is not given. That is, it is in front of VP. Right? So it is in front of VP. Further, the front view length is given as 60 mm. Front view length, which is captured in locus of A dash, that is in the VP, right? So that is front view length, which is nothing but A dash to B2 dash, which is 60 mm. Draw its projections, right? So first thing what you have to do is you have to draw the XY line, that is reference line. Above reference it is VP, below reference is HP. First you have to utilize the locus of A and B to construct the locus of A dash, locus of B dash, isn't it? Then only we can just position the object, that is the straight line. So let me just use the first input of A, which is 60 mm above HP, which is 60 mm above, that means which will capture in the VP. So take 60 mm above, 60 mm from the reference line and draw a parallel line to XY. This is nothing but locus of A dash. Next, 20 mm in front of VP. In front of VP, that means when you just look at from the top, it will capture in the HP. So 20 mm from the reference line and draw a line parallel to the XY. This is nothing but locus of A. Right? So let me just move to the next locus information, that is B. What it says? 15 mm above HP. If it is HP, then it will come above the XY line, that is in VP. 15 mm. Take 15 mm from the reference line and mark it and draw a parallel line to XY. Draw a parallel line to XY. This is nothing but locus of B dash. I need to find the locus of B, then only I will get the final top view and the final front view, isn't it? You need to know the all 4 locuses, isn't it? That is locus of A dash, locus of A, locus of B dash, locus of B, isn't it? Right. So I have utilized 3 information. Now the front view length is given as 60 mm. Where it will come? front view length will be captured in the VP, that should be on locus of A. So let me just choose the point, that is A dash and A. Choose any point and draw a projector which should be perpendicular to the XY. It should be perpendicular to the XY. Choose a point. This point is A dash and the locus of A, this point is A. Right? Now, this 60 mm, front view length is 60 mm. So, take 60 mm from A dash and mark it here. This could be B2 dash. This length is nothing but the front view length. This is 60 mm. Front view length. So, I got the front view length. Then what about its top view? I need to project this line to the locus of B, isn't it? So let me just project it. Here as such there is no locus of B. To find locus of B, we have the true length. Take 80 mm in your compass. Keeping at A, cut an arc on the line which has been extended from the front view length. Here it is front view length. I need to know the top view, right? For which I projected it and taken 80 mm in the compass, keeping A as center, cut an arc. This point is nothing but B2. Draw a parallel line to XY passing through this intersection. Passing through the intersection. This is nothing but locus of B. Got it? All four locus have been formed. Now connect the points A and B2 within line. Right? Point A and B2. Its projection, that is front view's projection, I got the true length, that is the top view. Next, with 80 mm in your compass, take 80 mm in your compass, keeping at A dash, cut an arc on the locus of B dash. This point could be B1 dash. Now connect the points A dash and B1 dash. This is nothing but true length. Now this is the front view. Then by projecting to the HP, I will get the top view of this particular projection. Right. So let me just project it to locus of A. B1 dash becomes B1. And what about AB1? AB1 is nothing but top view length. So check the projections here. This is the top view and its front view is here, and this true length is the front view and its top view length is here, right? Now I am going to implement the method rotating line, the rotating line method, right? For which let me just take A dash B2 dash in a compass. The distance between A dash and B2 dash in the compass, A dash as center, cut an arc towards locus of B dash. Right? Locus of B dash. This intersection point can be named as B dash. Right? Now connect the points A dash and B dash with H pencil or HP pencil. This is nothing but the final front view. Right? So next, measure the distance between A and B1, which is nothing but the top view length. A, B1 as radius and A as center, cut an arc towards locus of B. Towards locus of B. This arrow indicates the flow of line. Right. The intersection point on locus of B is named as B. Now draw a line connecting the points A and B. A and B. This is nothing but the final top view. And draw the this one, the flow from where to where it is going. So the flow needs to be mentioned here. Right. So only two things should be drawn as the object line. What are they? Final front view and final top view should be drawn as dark line. Rest everything should be drawn with 2H. Those are the construction lines. Right. Next, dimensioning should be captured in the drawing. So what are the dimensions? The locus details, that is, this distance should be captured. What are they? So here in front, which is 20 mm, this is 20 mm, and this is above HP, which is 15 mm, right? And the locus of A dash, which is 60 mm from the reference line, So remember, the smallest dimension should be closer to the object and the bigger dimension should be away from the object. So here it is 60. What else? The true length needs to be mentioned, for which let me just draw a perpendicular line to the true length, both the ends, and draw a parallel line to the true length. And this is 80 mm. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All the 5 data have been captured here. What is next? So you'll have to open up a box in the right side of the drawing. Since I don't have sufficient space over there, that's the reason I'm just mentioning here. What are the details should be captured here? AB, the true length is 80 mm, and theta is nothing but the true inclination with HP, which should be in degree, and pi, which is should be in degree, that is nothing but the true inclination with VP. Next, alpha, that is the apparent angle of HP, that is alpha, and beta should be in degree, that is apparent angle of VP, beta. What are the two things need to be captured here? The final front view, which is A dash, B dash, should be in mm, and the final top view, which is AB, which should be in mm. Right? Remember this. Before completing the drawing, after dimensioning, you'll have to open up a box and mention all the data, taking it from the drawing and mention it here. Then what about the notes? Notes should be mentioned in the guideline of 5 mm height, should be drawn or should be written below, that is right bottom of the drawing. So all dimensions are in mm. Whatever dimension you have considered should have uniform. That means if it is in mm, then it should be in mm. All dimensions are in mm. And the scale. So here, as such, I have not considered any special scaling. Therefore, actual measurement I have considered. Therefore, to the true scale, which is 1:1. Hope you have all understood how to construct this projection of straight lines. Thank you.